Today, much like God, we have to create ourselves. For today I am making a bad decision to play Druid. The Druid has many skills, some of them are even okay. He has the power to channel the weather, or even split the earth open. He has the power to call forth powerful nature allies to tear you and poison you to death. Oh, and he can also be a furry. For some reason, chat chose Soda Cracker for his name. Not sure if this is racially motivated. So that last part is what we're interested in. The furry part, not the racially motivated part. This series of videos is going to have a twofold challenge. One, we have to pretend to be a furry. The second challenge, I drop my weapons to prepare for. I can only use gear that I gamble for. These paltry items are not worth my time. Practically speaking, we will only be using talents down the shape-shifting tree to transform us into a hairy Slenderman or a bear. We set out for the blood moor with light in our eyes and the anticipation of blood on our hands. Our first level. We choose 5 stamina and our first skill, Y-Wolf. This skill, among turning us hot, gives us more life, stamina, attack rating, and attack speed for 40 seconds. This buff can be improved with more skill points in the Who-Wolf, but also can last longer with Lycanthropy skill. Would you look at that attack speed? Don't look at the damage, it's on /players 8. But I swear to you, this is something that's amazing to behold. The second part of this challenge is using gambled gear only. Yes, unless Gheed blesses us with some ambrosia from the gods, we shall never soil our hands with inferior goods. In the Den of Evil, the second skill point goes to Lycanthropy. 20% more life and 40 more seconds per transformation makes me feel much like my younger self. Back home, we try our first gambling. Now, we don't have a lot of money, so I'm looking for a good bang for my buck. We try our hand at a spear to see what we get. The first thing we find is a rare. Weird. Anyways, the damage and mana after kill is going to be very useful. Back in the Den of Evil, we absolutely demolish Corpse Fire and his minions. We then easily clear the Den of Evil as well. The spear is looking like it's going to be good for a while. Back to Gheed again, and it's time to gamble a belt. Potion slots are rad, and another rare? Okay, so I'm playing on Diablo 2 Resurrected default experience. How rare is it to get to 2 rares proverbially in a row? Anyways, Blood Raven never stood a chance against us. For our troubles, Amplisa. Moving along, it's time to gamble again. Now, for this challenge, I'm not the only one playing it. My mercenary is also part of the action. I have to gamble all of her gear too. Well shit, I can't even keep my promises. Here comes the Oak Sage. 30% to life isn't anything to scoff at. As I'm writing this script, I remember I'm also using Heart of the Wolverine. So outside of those 2 summons, I'm full into furry. Back to Gheed for some basic gearing up. I get a chest and a helm for coverage. I guess the string of hers is over. During my travels, I was talking to chat. I've played the Druid before. I play mostly furry Druids with some summons, but chat opened my mind. If I always play a What-Wolf, why should I do that for this challenge run? I use my only stat reset to convert myself from a Wind Wolf to a Wind Bear. Functionally it's the same at this level, but the Werewolf focuses on attack speed and poison, and the Wind Bear focuses on health and survivability. There's a couple of times in the run that I wish I didn't change, but it's alright. Back to Gheed, and yes, we will be doing this a lot during this run. We find a Great Axe. That attack rating and ED roll is going to come in handy. In the Dark Wood we find our first set item. We won't be using it because we didn't gamble for it, but it's still nice to see a little green in your life. At level 12, we put our first point in the Maul. I didn't realize it, but this is going to be my staple skill all the way to the end. The skill stacks 3 times, and for 20 seconds, at 3 stacks you get 40% attack rating, 9% attack speed, and a much needed 90% damage increase. Say hello to my little green friend. This also happened frustratingly often. Changing back to a squishy human in the middle of a dangerous battle is going to be something you're going to have to get used to. By the way, that green cap turned out to be Infernal Cranium. All that resistance and 20% damage goes to mana would take me far. But rules are rules. I will never get a complete unbroken circle code. I've seen it before in some runs, but I'm at 7 characters and 20 years playtime and I've never got it once. Griswold went down without a trial. Cain was easy too. I only do this so I don't have to pay the 100 gold penalty and further axe for not rescuing him. As stated in other runs, I try to complete every quest I run into. even if I don't want to. The Countess in this situation is that case. Yeah, the experience is good, but the main reason to kill and subsequently farm the Countess is for runes. Rune words are great for any run, and they are usually the linchpin for any build. But I don't even know if I can gamble gear with sockets in it, let alone any good bases. We kill the Countess and forgo any long farming/grinding sessions to continue our path towards Andariel. And, oh my god, how many runes can drop from her? It was at this point where I was wondering where the challenge was. Yeah, being a furry is rough, but a lucky slew of rares and this Maul ability gave me a huge early boon. Maybe the challenge ramps up later? The barracks had an unusual amount of elite packs in them. I got low a few times, but nothing challenged me here. Moving on. It may seem that I'm rushing to the last areas of the act, and you would be right. Second piece of green gear, I'm pretty sure it's just another Arctic furs. And I was right. Good starting gear, but not for me. Goes in the grinder. And you know I have to pay my most favorite named elite pack a visit. Into the catacombs. I have no doubt in my ability to delete Andy now. I cut out all 10 minutes of me running through the catacombs, because honestly, with over 300 HP and a 30% chance to be hit, nothing could ever challenge me. It was honestly boring to watch me lumber my way through the stink dark. On my way through, I found a unique dagger, Deckard Cain. I have never seen this before in my life. Every single stat on this dagger could be incredibly useful for my melee druid, except for light radius, of course. I put it on a few times to see the damage, and boy howdy could this be exactly what I'm looking for. But, rules are rules. We encounter Andariel, and it's literally a slaughter. Just look at that health go down. No crushing blow, no Deckard Cain, just my paws and maul. I honestly feel sorry for her. She drops so much loot that I wish I could use, but it ain't gonna happen this run. One of those pieces being Hisaris' heal, not me drooling over the 25% run walk speed. But just like all the other good loot we find, I'm done before I have a heart attack.